And everybody, welcome to another episode of Game Set Live. Another Wednesday, another show. That's right. Fabio is having his nightly family dinner, so he's going to be joining us a little later. But and Matt, thoughts go out to Mr. Bushido, who is right now having like a 3 day migraine. He's got himself sheltered in the basement in the dark with his phone on low light. So our thoughts go out to him. Hope you feel better, brother, and man, get some good pain medicine for that. But I am joined right now by MacBound, who was on RDX last night, which is pretty awesome. Congratulations, MacBound, and it's MacBound's birthday. So everybody in the chat, all five of you. Tell MacBound happy birthday. Spread it out. Give him some love. We also got USO Vinny here, the Hawaiian guy 808. I've got his. I don't know if we're calling that Twitter or X now, but I've got his information there on the screen for you. His handle on Twitter or X or whatever we're calling it. So, USO Vinny, sir, tell us a little bit about yourself. How you doing, and what have you been playing?
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm just small time community member in the Xbox community on Twitter, and from Hawaii. Been gaming all my life, and lately I've just been playing Atlas Fallen. The gameplay footage on the screen is what you see and what I'm playing.
Yeah, and then Bob sucks at it like a lot. I can't get the combat system down. I keep getting So in this co-op footage, you'll see me. I get revived a lot, which is actually a pretty cool revival. It happens like with a button press, and you're done. So, yeah.
Co-op's tough too. The enemies get way harder.
Yeah, when I'm gonna jump in. I was playing it with Umbra, and we fought the first boss, and I'm like, dude, this boss was tough, like very tough. And then I played it by myself, and I'm like, this dude was easy. What the hell? So I was like, but I know I had a little bit better armor, but it was like, we're talking like a walk in the park almost. Is like, it was crazy how much different the co-op is. They really up it up in difficulty for sure.
Oh, I didn't know that. I actually thought it was easier in co-op. I mean, because I'm playing it with Flemish, and he has already beaten it, and so I pretty much was like, you take the reins, brother, because I'm sick of watching you revive me. So I'm just going to sit over here and, yeah, you beat that first boss. You go. You do it. Good job.
I think the host has like an advantage, too, because of the latency. Because sometimes I'll just die in co-op and nothing hit me.
Well, I was the host here, and, he never went down once. And, oh, maybe I need to... See, I did the same thing that I did with Remnant 2. I started it on normal difficulty instead of starting it on easy difficulty. Yeah, I think I need to start it over. At least until I get the hang of the combat system. As you see, like, right now I'm just kind of swinging at nothing in the air, and it's, I'm floundering. But other than this, anything else you've been playing, Vinny?
No, just waiting for Armored Core 6, Game of the Year, and then Starfield right after that.
Ooh, I don't know. Game of the Year, tough competitors this year, dog. Tough ones.
Ooh, I don't think he'll actually win, but it's just an inside joke between me and Mac.
Speaking of...
and for some reason, I've been on a lot of pods with him for the last couple days, and he's done it every chance he possibly can do it, and no matter what the conversation is, he brings it up. I just want to clarify. It's like he's doing it.
Oh, man. MacBound, sir, how you doing? What have you been playing? And have you come off the RDX cloud yet that you were, the Cloud 9? The pinnacle of your podcast career.
I've been playing Atlas just like you guys, Atlas Fallen, which I love the game. People are downgrading it, saying it's bad. I love the game. I don't care what people say. This is why I don't listen to other people's opinions about games that I like. And yeah, I did come. I will tell you, all this morning on the way to work, I had like an hour and like a 20-minute drive to our job site from where I live at, and I think for an hour and 15 minutes of it, I was literally thinking like, man, I really just got on the RDX podcast. I really like Diller, like it's like crazy. And then the other 5 minutes, I was thinking about using the bathroom because I had to pee. But that's besides it. But man, it's been great, man. This is my third pod in the last 2 days. You know, of course, my pod and RDX and now yours, and I'm sure Umbra will invite me to his tomorrow. So I'll be on a 4-piece here the next tomorrow. So.
You know, and I was like, I kind of felt like I was pulling teeth for a little while there to get Mac bound on my show, or was it Zimmy? It was either Mac or Zimmy. One of them was like, "Nah, I'm not doing another show. I'm not doing it. Yeah, I'm not doing it."
Well, it was probably Zimmy because me and you had a conversation, said that I wanted to do it, but like Wednesdays are such a hit and miss with me because like right now I don't have the baby, so normally I have the baby on Wednesday. Today we don't have him. He's gonna stay at my sister-in-law's house, so it's a little bit difficult. Normally I'm not available on Wednesdays, you know. But you know that, so
Yeah.
But yeah.
I have been playing a lot of games lately, as a matter of fact. This past weekend, trying to get my story, my campaign finished in Remnant 2, because I've been helping everybody else with theirs and getting weapons and hidden stuff in their worlds, and then I go back to my world and I'm like, that's right, I haven't even beaten the first world. It's funny, I've got 2 worlds in my game that I've already unlocked and I can go into an adventure mode, but I've not actually played them in my game. I've unlocked them in adventure mode in other people's games. So over the weekend, I worked on Remnant 2 a little bit. And then, as you can see, I played. I've got a whole lot of footage of me playing by myself, and you don't want to see that. It's just a bunch of deaths. I was going through trying to edit out all the deaths, and I turned a 6-hour video into like 3 minutes. It wasn't pretty. You don't want to see it. I've also been playing That Cat game. Yes, I have succumbed to play Stray on my Series X, and I mean it's.
How is it?
It's great. I mean I played it on my PS4 Pro last year, and I enjoyed it.
Oh, nice.
I'm a cat person, and if you're a cat person, this game is going to automatically appeal to you. You're a cat, and you're platforming. Yeah, it's a 3D platformer with a cat and a little bit of a pretty neat story thrown in to boot. Yeah, so if you're a cat person and you like 3D platforming with a little bit of story thrown in there, and not just like the story they give you, it's all meaningful. It's not like you find out things that are just, well, I don't really care about that. Everything leads to something and tells you a little bit about the past and a little bit about the world you're in right now. So, yeah, if you're a cat person and you're into that sort of thing, I definitely recommend you pick it up. I didn't really agree with all the negativity it got when it came out last year with its year exclusivity on PlayStation. It was definitely a decent game. And I also have gone back in time, and I don't know if it was a shadow drop. I definitely didn't see it coming. But Quake 2 has come out on Game Pass.
Nice.
And the intro video, the lead up to the gameplay, it has all been redone in 4K with high textures, and it's pretty neat. I was actually really hoping that the revamp that the intro got would kind of lead into the gameplay. And the gameplay, it does look a little better, but it doesn't look so good that it's totally erased that nostalgia that we remember from playing Quake 2 way back in the day. I mean, I'm talking late 90s, early 2000s. And besides that, yeah, it's pretty full plate for a podcaster when new games start coming out, because that's what I want to put on the screen for everybody to see in case they're on the fence about whether or not they want to pick a game up. And I give you my first person impressions. Shout out in the chat to It's Timmy V2. Always great to see you, brother. Shout out to Palpatine. Palpatine's always here, good supporter. And Thember, the only non-member of the show moderator. Yes, he holds down those streets And I don't think we've ever had an issue. Our chat's pretty laid back. We don't ever really have an issue where Thimber has got to flex his muscles. But, oh no, we may be losing it here in a minute. Honestly, my laptop is kind of dying right now. Well, plug it up. But with that, let's get
Plug it
to
in.
Plug it in, plug it in.
That's
Sorry.
right.
Yeah.
Plug it in.
Keep being old, sorry.
It'll smell good. I promise. Plug it in. Yeah. So, the first topic. I've been seeing a lot with the media outlets here lately not mentioning Xbox versions of games. And this isn't just, your run-of-the-mill multiplat where they're focused on more than one version than the other. No, they are completely leaving out even mentioning remotely that it's on the other platform. And I don't know. This is definitely on purpose, I believe. MacBound, I believe you all talked about this last night. So I'm gonna send it to you first off. Yeah, dude. What's up with that, man?
Yeah, I was, as I said, Moto Combat, like a car game. Mortal Kombat. They did that game. They did Alan Wake 2 is what Hargy said. And then what was the other game? I can't
Liza
remember.
P.
Liza P. Yeah, which is crazy with it being on Game Pass. So I guess supposedly they found out that it was the editor that did this, not the actual person that wrote the stuff
script.
or whatever.
No, it was
Yeah,
the
the script.
editor.
Yeah. So it's bullshit. This should have never got published. I mean, it's like saying like I make a video and then I talk for 10 minutes and then I go, you know what? I don't really care what the audio sounds like. I don't care about anything, and then I just publish it. That's what I felt like they did, but there's no way they did that. This is IGN.
No.
They have to go back and re-listen to those. They have to make sure everything's right. There's no way that just got slipped by. It's just bullshit. IGN has been doing this for months now with Starfield, bashing it and saying that it's pretty much undervalued, it's bad, it's gonna come out awful. They already like predicted it to only get 8s and stuff like that. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, this company is just, this is why people leave IGN, which is sad. This is why Greg Miller in the long run, and that's saying much because he is a true pony. And this is the reason why he left. This is the reason why even like he doesn't talk about it like that, but you can tell when he brings it up that it irritates him because he feels like, it's a little bit different. And even he was like, there's no way that, even he said it on Kind of Funny, like, this should never happen. Like, there's no reason for this to be happening in a company like IGN, which supposedly is the biggest gaming media. If you want to think about it, if you're a gamer, everybody knows what IGN is. It's always been that way for the last 20 years. And it's sad that we're in this situation where they're just under devaluing, let's more to say, Xbox and Microsoft because they don't want them to be better. It's almost like they got Sony's their payroll, and that's why they're still alive as a company, because that's the only way it sounds like to me. I'm sorry. You heard me ramp on last night about it. It just irritates me to see this because I'm not a true Xbox. I mean, I play all my systems. I mean, we've talked about this numerous times that I own the PlayStation 5, I got my Switch, I got my I play everything. So I'm not just one, but I do play on my Xbox the most. But it's sad when you see this. It's just ridiculous. I don't know. I'm irritated. I think somebody needs to be fired or the IGN just needs to go somewhere. So if they keep this shit up, so that's just my opinion.
But
Sorry.
I remember
This isn't their first offense either.
No.
Yeah, I know. That's sad. That's what I'm talking about. Like, this is bullshit. Somebody needs to talking to, somebody needs to go up to HR, sit down and say, this is what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Stern finger.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day when IGN first hit the scene, it stood for the International Gaming Network, and now it's just standing for ignorance. So, because this, it's crazy, especially when you look at games that, like you said, are hitting Game Pass on day one, and games that were first shown on. I mean, we don't really get stage shows anymore, but first shown on Xbox's stage. So, and to mention them and not mention the platform that they were originally announced through, it's just kind of shady. But you know what? Baldur's Gate, man. You mentioned Armored Core game of the year, Vinny. Baldur's Gate may have something to say about that. Sitting on a
No, Baldur's Gate will get it.
yes,
Baldur's Gate will get it for sure.
sitting at a 97 meta right now. That is, uh, and this is before all the naysayers get it on September 6th and play 5 minutes of it and don't decide to play it anymore, but still want to boast about how good it is on Metacritic as a user score. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're forcing themselves to play Divinity 2 right now.
Oh, why is that?
That's
It's
it's made by Larian Studios.
Same company, same everything.
Wow. Yeah.
So Divinity 2 pretty much is Baldur's Gate naturally, but just a little bit. It's not as RP. It's still
different.
It's a little different, but the play style is similar. So like the game, like the moving and stuff like that, is similar to Baldur's Gate or Boner's Gate, as Truly like to say.
Balls in the face.
Yeah, that too. Who said that? That was Casual said that. It's different, but Divinity 2, if you play Divinity, I mean, you can probably get Divinity 2 for probably $10 now on pretty much any platform.
No, it's like $60 solid anywhere you go.
Really?
Maybe if you
Still?
find a physical copy, but
Yeah, I've had
digital,
it for years.
CD
I've had it.
all of
I've
those.
I've had it for years, so I don't even remember like what I paid for it then. But I mean, clearly, if you're gonna spend $60, just buy Baldur's Gate. But if you can get a good copy, a cheap copy of Divinity 2 for like $20, I would go ahead and try that out. And if you like that, then I would go ahead and put your time and effort into Baldur's Gate 3. I was gonna buy it. I thought I purchased it actually, and I didn't. I guess I thought I did. It was just probably one of those nights I was just doing shit and I forgot. I'm gonna wait. I think I'm just gonna wait till Xbox because once you start a co-op up, you can't really just add another person to it. You can't give them a character. I don't really know exactly how that works, but DeMarco and Red are playing it, and they said, "Oh, we'd have to start a new game for you to come in." And I'm like,
Damn, no way. Shit.
I'm not 100% if that's how it works because I don't know why they couldn't just come in and play off your characters. But I mean, that's something I want to just. I'll just wait for it to be on Xbox, and just pay the $60 then. So and then get achievements with it also.
There you go. Now
It's gonna win Game of the Year for sure.
So, okay, here's my stance on what kind of experience I think I would have on Baldur's Gate 3. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I really dislike turn-based games. It's to me it's just like it's like oh, okay, well, let me see if I hit you. And then I'm going to stand here and wait to see if you hit me, and so on and so forth. And that really, I'm more of an action type of gamer. Is Baldur's Gate 3, does it play like that? What exactly is that? Because I know it is turn-based strategy. That it's basically like like Dungeons and Dragons in a video game.
Yeah.
But is it really? Because it makes it sound really slow to me, being turn-based. Am I incorrect?
No, it's not slow. It's not slow, but it's RNG, like kind of like the kind of like random roll. That's the thing that sucks about it. It's a little different than the normal. So it is. I mean, you're not going to sit there and you're not going to finish a boss battle in 10 seconds. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to go in there and just dominate somebody. You have to put effort into actually like reading what's going on and moving, and you have to understand the map a little bit. But then you got to also hope that your RNG works, your the numbers work. If you get, I know if you have to get like above it, like a certain number to do a certain attack and stuff like that. I haven't actually put enough time into it or even watched any of it because I've been like I said, I've not bought it, so I don't know exactly how the actual turn base works as much on that. But it's like Divinity, so it's the same shit. So
is it?
It's almost identical. So
is there like an actual dice roll, or is it just something that it just tells you whether or not you did or you didn't?
Let me make sure.
Mac?
Yeah, there's an actual dice roll, like in conversations and whatnot.
Oh.
Yeah, it's called a karmic dice or something like that.
Okay.
I think it's what it's called.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Yeah, it's like.
I don't know. I mean, it may be a little different for me than if I actually see the chance happening instead of it just telling me whether or not it did. Yeah.
Yeah,
I would-
it's
I think you'd like it, KY Bob, if you played it with like a couple friends, because it's up
yeah.
to 4-player co-op.
Oh,
So
It's
okay.
and Bobby, I'm watching your gameplay on Atlas Fallen. You're saying that you're having a hard time. You need to right click and lock on to the people. By the way, you're not doing that in this game at all.
Yeah. See.
Just want to clarify.
See.
That's
See. That's. I'm open to criticism. Even way
well.
back.
I mean, I'm just
I'll take any kind of criticism, any kind of improvement, any advice. Because yeah, on this game, I like it, but I just feel like I'm not. I guess like bashing my head against the controller trying to get somewhere. Yeah.
yeah.
I struggled with the parry system at first.
Parry system is very hard in the game.
The sooner you can master that, the better. And then there's some skills that make it easier too.
Yeah, like when you see a flash, that's when you should hit your left bumper, right? And I'm like seeing flashes
Yep,
all the time.
exactly.
So
yeah, like
I just literally,
Yeah, sometimes you gotta memorize it.
yeah, it's like sometimes I just started to like spam the LB, going, okay, one of these times I'm going to catch them, and it's yeah. Good thing there's not a cooldown for that. Woo. So on to the next thing. We did touch on it a little bit. I believe Mac touched on it a little bit. All this fake Starfield doom and gloom. It's just, I believe Bethesda even put out a post saying that, okay, look, it's not going to be playable at Gamescom, but guess what? We've never done a demo for a game, ever. So,
Never,
yeah.
ever.
so.
It's the way we roll, bro.
Fallout 4 was the only one that had one. And all the games that they've had, only Fallout 4 is the only one that had a demo and at any showing. Every other game has not had a showing. So, yeah, that says much. So,
And
yeah.
I tell you what, this usually when we get a Fallout game, we know it's coming. We get a date, and it hits that date. And when it hits that date, it's buggy as hell. And then this time with Starfield, we got a date, and then it got delayed. And now we have another date, but they've had a year to work on this. I think this is probably going to be the less buggy Bethesda release that I've ever seen. I'm not saying that, and of course, they're still going to be there.
Oh, for sure.
But it's going to be the cleanest release of a game that I think Bethesda's ever had. And so, what do we think it's going to get? What do we think the response is going to be from the outlets? Positive, mixed. What's your Metacritic prediction, Benny?
okay.
Oh, okay. I think it'll be mostly positive. I think it's gonna get a 94 Metacritic or close to it. 93 or 92. I know a lot of people say journalists don't give Xbox games a fair chance, but it's just like, that might be the case. But with Forza Horizon 5, they gave it a really good score. There's only a couple. Of course, there's going to be a couple like no-name outlets that give it a low score just to get their name out there. But I think majority is going to be positive.
Yeah, I think so too. Mac, you were gonna say something about it?
Oh no, I just didn't know who you were talking to. I pretty much agree with Vinny. I'm just gonna say a 91. I think they're not gonna let it get close to Baldur's Gate. They're gonna make sure that it stays in the lower market, and I think that and then it's just how it is. So yeah.
I don't agree.
But
with
it's gonna
that.
be. I mean, it's unfortunate. It's just like I said. It's the Xbox name. They tend to be a little bit biased with the way Xbox is. They treat Xbox compared to Sony, which is bad because Sony pretty much. I mean, as much as I love Spider-Man, and we all know that I said it numerous times that I'd play Spider-Man if they come out and the Spider-Man and Starfield come out on the same day, I would play Spider-Man first because it's just what it is. But they tend to give games like that, like I don't know how a DLC is you would normally say, or a game that is almost the identical same. They'll still give them good ratings, but if Xbox did that, they wouldn't get a good rating. So they'll tend to lower it like another 10 points because of it. But it's stupid, and unfortunately, we're in this situation where the Metacritics, the actual critics that run the show, and the higher up and the developers are just so weird when it comes to that. But I'm gonna go 91.
Yeah, I'm gonna. This is really difficult for me because I want to say 95, but because Vinny brought up a good point. They're not gonna let it get past Baldur's Gate. They're not gonna let that happen. And you bring up a good point, MacBound. With it being under the Xbox brand and these games literally only seen 3 platforms, which is Xbox, PC, and cloud. I just always think that that's going to be held against the games out of Xbox Game Studios. And that's unfortunate because we're in for some really great ones coming up. And they may not get the praise they deserve outside of this community. But yeah, 95.
And hopefully
is my hopeful. 89 is my realist take on it. 89. Vinny, you were going to say something before?
I was going to say, and hopefully the Activision Blizzard deal and possibly future deals help put Xbox and Microsoft in that position where they're just too big to ignore.
Yeah.
And they're so big that you don't want to get on their bad side because that's obviously going to be a negative role for you in the industry, So, hopefully people start being, fair, also realistic with Xbox and their games going forward.
Yeah, I mean that's a good take. I mean they could get really big, and you can't ignore the elephant in the room. You just at some point you got to give in.
Yeah, exactly. The elephant at the party, whether you like it or not.
That's right. Oh man. So we got a release date leaked for Stalker 2, and that date is December 1st. And I don't think it won't happen, but I'm still skeptical. I'm still waiting for an actual from the developer to say, yep, this is the day, December 1st.
Yeah.
I thought it got leaked a long time ago. Like I thought that was the date, like in January.
It probably did.
I swear
probably did. It's just resurfacing.
I swear it did that because I remember Vinny, I've even talked to you about this. I talked to both of you guys about this. That I literally said Stalker 2 will be a December 1st game. 1 second, you guys.
Okay. But yeah, it makes sense. But then again, until I hear something official, I don't know what to say about it other than I hope it comes out December 1st. Stalker, I've played all the others. There was it Call to Pripyat, I believe, and then there was an experience.
Oh, nice. So you were OG on the PC community then, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like all those weird. Like my love for Serious Sam and goes all the way back to the old days on PC, and everybody's like,
hell yeah,
I can't really. I can't. I ran Serious Sam gameplay last week on this podcast, and everybody was like, I don't know.
What
Bob.
is this?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's like, a AAA quality.
I was like, but it just came out. It's Siberian Mayhem. They're like, never heard of it. It's on Game Pass. It just hit Game Pass. Come on.
My favorite Serious Sam was that one with the Blue Village people on OG Xbox. I forgot what it's called, but it's like free. I think Serious Sam 3.
It might have been. It was on the Xbox One or the 360.
Original Xbox.
Oh, it might have been. It was either Serious Sam the first encounter, the second encounter, or Serious Sam 2.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, the first game was split up into two encounters, which was odd because the game was huge. each one of the encounters, that game was huge. Putting them both together, it was like 3 games in one. And then they came out with the second one, and the second one's kind of died the same way that Battle for Middle Earth 2 died. You can't. I found Serious Sam 2, but I had to buy it on Steam. It was literally the only place to find it. But it was very cartoony, so that might have been why it lost its appeal. But I'm getting a little.
Hey Bobby, I'll be back in that 10 minutes or so. I'm gonna run and go get that for my wife. Okay, I'll be back.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'm just gonna mute my mic so you guys won't hear nothing. So.
All right. Cool. Yeah, we don't want to hear the whatever's going on in the background. You know.
A screaming little monster.
Yeah, screaming little monster. But Starfield. Speaking of which, the preloads are getting ready to begin.
Yep,
tomorrow. The preload on Xbox is tomorrow, August 17th. And the preload for Steam is August 30th. Oh, yeah. So how big?
129 gigs, big game.
Really? It's 129 gigs?
On Xbox, and it's like 140, I think, on PC.
Yeah, with all that's...
something.
So, I mean, you're sure you're going to have ultra settings, and of course with the PC, you got to have so many...
All the textures,
Yes.
yeah.
You got to have everything for every kind of hardware that you're going to try and run it. And yeah, so PC obviously is going to be larger, but 129 gigs, that's crazy. I have every
Huge game.
Yeah, I have every world update for hey, shout out Peter. Great panel today. Uncompromising MacBound, the exceptional USO Vinny, and their fearless leader, KY. I don't know about leader. More like a wrangler instead of a leader.
Wrangling all these sheep, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't know about that, you know. Yeah, just trying to hold down the shenanigans a little bit. So yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead. You the guest. I'm here.
Oh no,
I'm here every week. I like hearing other people talk.
I just wanted to touch on Stalker 2 with the leaked release date. You know, I think it's like plausible that might have been the target date, but with everything going on in Ukraine, like it could change at any time. So I take that leaked release date with like a grain of salt, you know.
A grain of sea salt? Yeah.
Russian salt. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
Joking.
But yeah, it could be. I believe it. And the more I think about it, December 1st, we were already so delayed that, yeah, I believe it. December 1st, I'll be playing Stalker 2 on Game Pass. How about that? It's probably how long it's going to take me to stop playing Starfield for just a little bit.
Take a little break.
Starfield's dude, it's gonna suck us all in. It's gonna be one of those games where it's gonna be a party game where everybody's playing their own separate games, like Elden Ring was, and they're all talking about their stuff that's happened to them, and they're like, "Wow, really? Where's that planet at? I want to see that." Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. That I do actually believe, because Discord is going to let people start streaming their gameplay into Discord.
Oh yes, sir.
I do believe Starfield could be one of those games that there's going to be a lot of gameplay being streamed in Discord servers of people playing Starfield.
I think that update is actually out for beta testers, because I got that update right now, so I could stream to the Discord server.
See, I'm not that far up. The alphas and the betas and I'm not that far up the list. I was a late adopter of that sort of thing, so I have a long time to wait before I trickle up that far. But back to the size of Starfield. So, like, I've got every world update installed for Microsoft Flight Sim on my Xbox, and I don't think it's 129 gigs. I could be wrong, but
I think it's like 110.
yeah, that's just That is
like with the base game.
crazy. That's nuts. It's gonna be. I have made room though, because the footprint was only like 334 megs or something, and the drive that it's on, every time Xbox installs a new game there, I'm like, no, no, get it off that drive. I need room for Starfield because I don't know how big it's gonna be. Yeah.
Yep.
That's gonna be awesome.
Gotta get rid of Call of Duty and make room for the GOAT, you know?
Yeah, well, all my Call of Duties are kind of sitting on the external drive right now. I got one of those 8 terabyte Seagates, and everything sits over there if it's not on the SSD card or the internal SSD, because moving them from an external to an internal is faster than having to re-download them again.
There you go.
Yep. So, do you ever play Lollipop Chainsaw Remake?
Oh, I've heard about it. I've never played the original. Have you?
No. I can't. Every time I think of... Did they make like did Lollipop Chainsaw have like a fighting game or something? Because when I think about Lollipop Chainsaw, I keep thinking about like arena based.
No, it was like, so the original Lollipop Chainsaw was more like a hack and slash, kind of like Devil May Cry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a hack and slash, and just one like it was like a goofy, Japanese title. Um, Something I find interesting, is it Capcom doing the remake, or who's doing the remake for them?
Let's see.
Let's see if any
Developer Dragami
dragging me.
Dragami Games. I hope I'm saying that right. Apologies if I'm not. Dragami Games remake delayed to 2024.
Oh shoot, it's already been delayed.
Yeah. 11th of August has been delayed from 2023 to the summer of 2024. That's 12 years after the original. Wow.
Everybody's doing a remake, man. That's kind of crazy.
And it's hit
Almost
and
like the
miss.
Renaissance age for gaming. Yeah.
Some remakes, like the very first Mafia, that remake was amazing. And then the second one was just kind of like, because you remember they had 3 different developers do the remakes for Mafia 1, 2, and 3, and 1 was fantastic, and then 2 was kind of like, you put as little effort into this as you possibly could, didn't you? Yeah, because it was just like, I mean, I don't know, man. It
was like 30 FPS still too, right?
Yeah, it was really disappointing. Yeah, so Thember filling me in. See, I love this because I learn things on my podcast as well. So the game is about a cheerleader fighting a horde of zombies with the help of her best friend's head.
With her to chainsaw.
Her best friend's head? Am I reading that correctly?
Oh, yeah. She carries her best friend's head around. It was like kind of like the gauntlet from Forspoken, or the bracelets.
I have to play this game now. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I love killing zombies, and I get to do it as a cheerleader with carrying around her best friend's head, and oh man. Oh, see, this is lead a sheltered life. That's disappointing. I've missed out on so many things.
How many remakes did we get this year already? We had Metroid Prime, Dead Space, Resident Evil 4, something else.
Resident Evil 4, Metroid Prime, Dead Space. Oh wow, that's a good question. Let's see. Find that out.
I feel like there was one more remake I can't think of. We just had a ton of remakes this year. It's kind of insane.
Yeah, it's almost like they've run out of ideas. uh,
Yeah,
you
going
don't
back
have
to the
to.
roots.
Yeah, you don't have to start over. Just goodness. Okay. Alone in the Dark, but that comes out October 25th.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Lollipop
Oh,
Chainsaw.
Lords of the Fallen is coming out. That's right. That's kind of like a remake slash reboot.
And then Persona 3 is being reloaded. Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Silent Hill 2.
remakes galore this year.
Yeah, well, some of these don't even have release dates yet. Like Prince of Persia,
Yeah,
Splinter Cell, Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic. They
yeah.
don't have dates yet. I mean, I don't know. It has to be a good remake, and I do believe that Capcom with Resident Evil has set the bar for remakes, where you have to come to this level with your remake, or
hmm
it's not going to be as beloved as the original. Yeah.
Even the Dead Space remake was really well done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Freaking love that.
Yeah, and like I said, the Resident Evils kind of set that bar. Primarily the second one. When the second one came out, everybody was
Oh,
blown away. I was like, "Oh my god!"
the second one was amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah. The third one was just as good too. The third one built on the same premise as the remake on the second one. It was just, yeah. I wouldn't even recommend people to ever look at the original after those remakes, especially. I mean,
No.
Resident Evil 4 was so true to the original, but so refined for present day that, yeah, I mean, go back and play the original Resident Evil 4. But remember, when you go to shoot, you're going to have to stand still. And some people will absolutely hate that. We're running out of things to talk about. And it's just you and me. Haven't seen a Fabio come back yet. Macbound is getting food for the lady.
MIA.
Yeah,
Yeah, where's Fabian? He said he was gonna be on like 20 minutes ago.
I know it. Killing me, Fabi. Killing me. So yeah. With only a couple people talking, I've went through every topic that I got. So, what do you want to talk about, Vanny? Wow, the whole world's listening. Yeah.
We could talk about Halo Infinite and the content updates it's been getting.
Another game that I love to play, but I'm not very good at. Every time I'm in a party and Macbound's in the party, and we're all playing Halo together, I'm constantly, if I see Macbound switch teams, I'm right behind him. Because I want Macbound on my team because he's so damn good. I was like, I could just go out in the corner and Macbound will win the match. I know he will.
Have you played the recent content updates that they've done?
No. I played. I got up to level 20 in the new season, but
Okay.
I heard some new maps came back, or some old maps came back, and some maps that I really, really loved. Have a lot of nostalgia for that. I've been meaning to play just to see if they capture that nostalgia. Like I heard Blood Gulch is back.
Oh yes. Rat's Nest. Rat's Nest is back.
Oh, see, yeah. Gameplay next week.
Valhalla. Valhalla's back.
Oh, yeah, that map. You either loved that map or you hated it.
Yeah.
Because some people can run around that map and it was impossible to catch them. And just when you thought you got them, you got sniped. And other people were doing the sniping and they just absolutely loved it.
It's pretty cool, with Halo Infinite getting a bunch of they're finally catching their stride.
Mm-hmm.
And it's starting to get a lot of attention from top streamers and big influencers. I don't know if you know who Summit 1G is, but he's one of the bigger FPS streamers or just gaming streamers out there, and he shouted out Halo Infinite just like last week, and for that to happen, not only that, he criticized the game a lot when it first came out. So for him to like shout it out, I think it's really good for 343. I hope they can make a comeback with Halo Infinite. If not with Halo Infinite, I hope that the next Halo, they really like nail it down.
Yeah. The next Halo on Unreal Engine, please, 343.
Yeah.
Kill Slipspace. Too many.
It's just yes.
Oh man, I was kind of disappointed. Now that we got me on Halo, this happens every week. Usually it's Fabio. Fabio will bring up Halo, and we'll be stuck talking about Halo for 45 minutes. And now it's you, Vinny. You've brought up Halo, and so here come all of my Halo demons flowing out.
I'm back. Here's my Halo demons.
Oh, Mac's about to go off on Halo.
Oh, Mac, I heard you're part of Halo royalty now. Is that right?
What do you mean by that?
Oh, you were weren't you dropped on weren't you shared and liked on Twitter about a little clip you put up there of you sniping everybody in random sessions with a sniper rifle and a battle rifle? I do remember I saw that.
Yeah, something like that.
He's gonna be
There's
modest
another
now.
Tuesday from Mac.
Oh yeah, just another Tuesday.
Yeah. Let me go ahead.
Just
and
hopped off RDX, pulled off this Killionaire on Halo Infinite.
I've only got one true Killionaire in matchmaking, and it was in a SWAT game on Halo 5. I have the clip still if y'all want to see it. I've come so close, like at least 30 times, and the motherfucker either kills me or I just can't kill him. So just or hides, besides that. So yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. So don't chat. Don't let him lie to you. MacBound is God in Halo. That's right.
No, I know. I just hope Crystal Dynamics does a really good job. If they are the ones making the newer game or whatever you want to call it, I hope they do a great job. I really think they should just switch to Unreal Engine. I just think at this time, Halo is just that engine is so. I know they said they updated the engine, right?
Right.
But it's out of date still. It's still out of date. The system's old. It's not.
It doesn't look as good as Halo 5, in my opinion.
100%, 100%. So and it's unfortunate that we are here. And like I said, it's called the Slipspace engine, but it's still like the Halo Reach engine naturally is what it is, which is sad to think that we're like 5 games later and Infinite is really good, but it's like, no, we shouldn't. There should be a move on. They need to move on from that engine and try to upgrade and figure it out, because Gears 5 is like mechanics is really good. I think look at Fortnite. These games are on Unreal and look how good they're playing on it. I think they should just switch to. I think at this point in time they'd be stupid not to switch to that and move on. And I think they know this, and I think they are going to announce that it's going to be on Unreal Engine. I hope so. Let's just pray.
Yeah. Also, it's Certain Affinity, not Crystal Dynamics. Crystal Dynamics working on.
Oh yeah. That's Square Enix. I said the other day.
Yeah.
I was reading chat and it got brought in my head. So.
You're good.
Yeah.
So, has 343 lost the rights to the Flood or something? Did that go with Bungie? Because to me, the Flood was the best part of a Halo campaign.
Well, okay. So who was it the other day? Was it Peter or Umbra? I forgot who brought this up. Right? I don't know what we even got this. How we got into Halo topic? I ain't gonna lie to you. I literally just got back. But they said if you had to choose 3 games, right? You had to choose an ODST 2, right? That's the one after Halo 3 is an ODST person. An Arbiter standalone game by itself, or a horror Flood game, with Flood, making it kind of like a Dead Space horror game. Which one would you want? And I even said that I just to the
horror
point.
Flood ODST game.
It's it's weird because I want an Arbiter standalone, but then I want that horror game, and I don't like horror games. I normally am not a fan of them. I really don't. Resident Evil is like the most, that and Alan Wake are like the most closest thing to like scared I get with horror games. I don't really like to go into like the Silent Hill shit. I don't know all that weird shit, and then like Condemned and stuff, like the weird like possessive like crazy people.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I hope they don't do nothing. I hope they kind of keep it to the Dead Space area if they do something like that. I think we're gonna get more Halo games after this next one. So
we need to get you playing
one
Visage
second.
then. Yeah, you gotta play Visage.
Sorry, I sneeze like normal. I keep sneezing like normal. I've been sick. I've been
birthday
sick
sneeze.
You need to play
but I don't
Visage with the lights off. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that how you said it? I always called it Visage.
Yeah, it's one of it's Visage, Visage. I don't know. It's the V game. The game was recommended to me by Wilmy Hood. Shout out Wilmy, and he's a big lover of horror movies and horror games. And he was like, "This game is wild. You have to play it." And so I got it and I played it, and I was mopping up the place where I was sitting after I got done playing it because I pissed all over myself. The game will scare the living shit out of you, and you know, you like you're playing the game for like 2 or 3 hours, and you're like, yeah, well, I know. Okay, I go down this hallway, I go up these stairs, I go through this door, and then you'll do it 50 times, and then that one time is like, oh god, that wasn't there before. Who moved it? Where you at? Yeah, it's pretty scary. Macbound, when did you leave, sir? Because we just kept right on rolling, dude. Me and Vinny, we finished all the topics, man. You were like MIA, bro.
We're holding the line.
Yeah. See, he's not even with us now. That's so.
7:38. No, I muted my mic. That's why I muted it. So I was talking to her and then talking to somebody else. It was like I had like 4 conversations going on. I'm listening though. Wait, we're done with the show already? What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh no. Damn.
Yeah. We just
Damn, Vinny.
like,
This is the. Yeah. Damn, Vinny. He brings you on. He has the quickest show possible.
Yeah. Like,
There you go.
whew, it's like really, really fast. I mean, we haven't
Here
even.
for a good time, not a long time.
No, it's not even been an hour yet.
Ask my wife. She knows. Sorry. Okay. All right.
Oh God, Vinny. I mean, Mac. Sorry, I got you all confused. But anyway. Yeah. I guess we're just gonna end the show.
Damn, that was quick. Hey, I'll take it. Whatever.
Oh, Palpatine in the chat says, pretty sure it's Visage. I think it's French.
Oh, gotcha. That makes sense.
I'll have to look it up. I wonder what visage means in French. It's it's pretty. It's in English. It's probably something really stupid like the word scary. Right?
Yeah, it's Visage. Yeah, Visage is a 20 independent psychological horror video game developed and published by Sad Square Studios.
Yeah.
Sad Square.
Sad Square.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
That's Square Enix now. Sad Square.
Yeah, and Peter said it was Umbra, by the way. He said it was Umbra. I knew it was Umbra or somebody. I couldn't remember. I remember. Yeah. I remember afterwards. Now that he said it, I remember him saying it to us.
An Arbiter. Yeah, I mean that's what we got in Halo 2, right? You had the Arbiter and the Master Chief split. Or
so good. Halo 2 was kind of a horror shooter in itself, when you switched over to the Arbiter.
Yep.
Yeah, it was. It was all nice. I loved it. But with that, quick show this week. We're going to get out of here. Unfortunately, Bob's going to get ready for work earlier than normal. But hey, I had fun. I had a blast. Chat, thanks for coming out. Macbound, can you tell everybody where you can be found at, sir?
Twitter at Macbound with 2 D's at the end. And I want to say that I started a YouTube channel. I've been uploading Atlas Fallen, actually. Haven't uploaded in 2 days. I'm going to probably do some more recording tomorrow afternoon after work, and then I'll upload tomorrow night. I'm just trying that. I just got to 27 subscribers, which is not much, but for something
Hey,
that's
congratulations.
pretty early like that, it's something. So I mean, I think everybody in the chat besides Timber, I think might be the only person that might not have it followed. I think everybody else pretty much does. Maybe Timmy does, and I'm not 100%. But I mean, I'm just trying that and seeing how it goes because it's just something I wanna try. And I bought Sony Vegas, which was $150. So I've definitely put some money into it already before I even got started. So
You're like, nah, I
um,
gotta commit.
Oh,
yeah, no, it's it now. I mean, I got to put the time in. And I'll probably do a lot of my recording more on Saturday now because then I'll be able to branch it out a little bit in a few, during the weekdays when I don't have as much time. So
well,
yeah,
the show's not over yet
Wait.
because Mr. Hijinks
Wait,
is
wait.
here.
Wait. Is the
Oh,
show
there you
over?
go.
oh, I already told my wife
Seriously?
I was coming in there. Sorry. Okay, no,
God damn, like,
Like you just woke up
I'm
from a
listening.
hangover.
I mean, I'm listening to you guys, waiting for Bob to introduce me, and then I see Jeremiah Peter saying, "Great show, gentlemen." I'm like, "What?
Yep. Sorry, Fabio.
Dude,
Is that it?
We
show
flew
is-
flew through the topics. It was fast.
For fuck's sake, seriously?"
Well, you ate those peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for like an hour, Fabio. So you were like a long way away, man.
Since when does this show ends in just an hour?
I know,
Please.
right? That's what I said. I was like, what the hell?
You weren't here to
I
bring
mean,
up Halo.
I mean, I wanna put out what?
Still got brought
what
up, though.
I mean, what the hell is
Yeah,
your problem,
every year.
people? Like, god damn it. When I'm here, this podcast has never been efficient. So when I'm out, people are like, "You guys just went through the topics quickly, and we in an objective way, with no off topics whatsoever."
We went off topic a few times. We did.
Yeah, we
so,
did.
So what you're
Yes,
saying,
and
Fabio,
yet-
We
is you're a
tried.
problem. You're a problem,
We tried.
Fabio, is what you're saying.
And
Yeah.
yet, and yet, you just decided to. You know what? That's it. That's the show. Bye bye. Like, god damn it.
No. See?
Yeah.
And now I feel bad.
I know.
Now we're gonna make up some topics out of nowhere, with the best fonts being "Trust Me, Bro," as always.
Yeah. Trust me, bro. Trust me,
Well,
bro.
have you guys heard that Sony is buying Microsoft?
With
Okay,
what?
stop.
Two McDoubles and a small
stop.
fry.
Of course. Don't forget the toaster. Never forget that. Like, let's see. Like, here's the thing.
They call
Microsoft
that a
and
bath
Sony
bomb,
got-
by the way. They call that a bath bomb.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. My sources, trust me, bro, said to me that Sony and Microsoft got together and they said to each other, I got a plan. It's gonna need two sticks of butter, 2 jars of jam, 2 loaves of bread, and one hell of a knife. And
Are
that's
they
it.
making
That's-
Powerpuff Girls?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. And the
never-
Chemical X, of course. No, they were just making a sandwich. I'm glad I managed to contribute to something for this show. Great. Awesome.
I'm at 28, by the way, now. I just found that out. So I'm moving on up.
I say I subbed.
Hey, there you go.
I subbed a few days ago. I know I
Yep.
Sub a day keeps the ponies away.
did. Unless you're Jared.
No, that's that keeps the little kids away.
Ugh.
All right.
Ugh.
No pun intended.
Ooh. Oh wow. Ugh.
All right.
Okay, on that note, Fabio Amarim, sir, where can people find you at?
Well, apparently not in time for the podcast because Jesus Christ. God damn it. You boys need to start talking slower, like, "Hello, everybody. This is the
Yeah, NPC in a
Inside
PS5
Live
game.
podcast." That could work. No, but like, I'm not. You shouldn't waste time by saying by listening to where you can find me, because I was a part of the show. This time is going to be everyone else besides me. I'm just here to Say shit. Simple as that.
All right. With that being said, USO Vinny, sir, where can people find you at?
Find me on Zitter, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, at Hawaiian Guy 808. It'll be showing on the screen, or just look up Uso Vinny, and you'll find me just the same.
Yeah, on a beach somewhere, catching some rays.
Yeah, my job is beach.
Yeah, I love it.
You
Fabio,
sure about that?
Fabio, what have you been playing?
Now you wanna know what I've been playing? In the middle of the outros? You sure about that?
Well,
Let's making topics up as we go. Is that what we're doing here?
no. If you don't want to say, we won't. We won't pry it
No,
out
no,
of you.
no worries at all. I've been playing just some Master Chief Collection, trying to play some Halo 2 Legendary, hard as hell, some Halo Infinite as always, and some Sea of Thieves, and a couple of OG Xbox games like Abe's Odyssey, Abe's Oddworld's Munch's Odyssey, and Otogi, Myth of Demons.
Well, so Thember wants me to bring up the mystery partner who walked away from a $2 billion deal with the Embracer Group. The Embracer Group being Tomb Raider, Lord of the Rings, and Saints Row last May. This mystery partner that dropped out was a Saudi government-funded Savvy, S-A-V-V-Y Games Group. Was there a $2 billion deal in place for Embracer Group?
And yeah, they backed out literally the night before. And they were like, in October, November, I think it was. I'm going to say it, or December. It might have been. It was before the year up last year. This group that we didn't know was Saudi Arabia agreed upon it over a phone call, pretty much. It said, yeah, we're going to accept this deal, right? They kept delaying the deal. They kept delaying it. Finally, they got to the point about I'm going to say the end of June. And they pretty much just said, we're not going to do the deal no more. They just, one morning they woke up and said, we're not doing the deal no more. It pretty much just dropped their whole stock. Everything went downhill for them. It was a whole bad thing. And Embracer pretty much just got screwed. Lost a lot of money on it. And then it turned out to be the Saudi Arabian government, which is also the government that funds some of WWE. It does a lot of other stuff, just some pretty much what happened was they probably accepted the deal, right? And then they probably started looking at the games and stuff like that and then realized like, okay, these games are probably poop. They're probably not the best games, and they're probably like, we can't fund these people that are not going to have the best games. So it's not going to bring and the thing was, it wasn't like them just handing $2 billion, like, here's a $2 billion check. It was over like a 5-year period of time or something like that, or a 10-year period of time. It was never just a $2 billion deal and it was over with. It was like $200 million for like 10 years. Every year was $200 million. So it was a little bit different. So it was just pretty much to keep them in business. But the Saudi Arabia people pretty much said, okay, hold on, you guys ain't even making that much money a year. And then they looked at the games and there was a whole bunch of like other stuff. It's unfortunate for, Embracer, because they are a company, they are a business. They have thousands of employees. But when you don't make the greatest games or your games don't sell that great, you're not going to get somebody to fund you as easy as everything else. You're not going to get somebody to give you $500 million to make Halo Infinite and then still suck. They're not going to do stuff.
What the hell?
They're not going to do. They're not going to do.
That.
Well, yeah, you understand what I'm saying though. It's just pretty much, long story short, these games weren't going to be the best. Like, I think the Embracer had Dead Island. They have a couple other games. I mean, and I'm not saying those games are bad, but they're not gonna. You can't give $2 billion up in 10 years and then only get $1 billion back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so they look at it. That's probably what happened. So, and it is what it is, and that's it's Embracer's fault. They should have went a little bit lower on the money. So.
Yeah, Thember says
Happens when you get greedy.
Everybody thought it was Microsoft, But
Yeah, they did.
Hell no.
A few people did. A few people did talk about it being
I-
Microsoft or possibly Sony with their $13 billion they think they have. I mean, and I actually thought it was Nintendo because Embracer games are a little bit lower end games. They're not the most AAA, so I thought maybe we were going to get Nintendo to kind of maybe fill a little bit of money into there, but not $2 billion. That's why I kind of figured it wasn't anything that was super big. And then Saudi Arabia is like they're rolling in money, man. They can wipe their butt with money.
$2
That's how
billion
rich.
is just another Tuesday for them, man.
Yeah, they make their oil industry literally, the government literally makes billions of dollars a day on that shit. So it's they're so rich they can literally like laugh at this, but I mean it's whatever. It's a dumb conversation to talk about. It's Embracer's own fault. So
Fabio, have you
mainly
played,
dealing with people like that. Sorry.
Fabio, you got Quake 2 off of Game Pass yet? Thember wants
Yes,
to know.
I did. Yes, I did play some Quake 2, and I played on a live stream on the XPN network where we've played the co-op for the campaign. Like, it's a it was funny because at the beginning of the live stream we were like just trying to figure out how the hell do we play the campaign co-op mode, and we decided to, okay, let's first of all just play a little bit of the versus multiplayer. And when people were started asking us like, is this the campaign? And then, yeah, that's the campaign. We are killing each other. That's the entire story. That's Quake for you there.
Also, Red Dead is getting released on the PS4 and the Switch.
Ah, we didn't know. Oh, haven't we talked about this?
We talked about this last weekend.
Yeah, I mean, like about Rockstar being horrible pieces of shit because they just, when it
Scam
comes to
artists.
remasters, they are just
They're con
they
artists.
just
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're con artists.
I'm just,
I mean, this is a new level of sucking. Let's be honest here.
right now, I'm just everything that Thember throws in the chat is flowing through me. He's the one running the
Thember,
show.
What a great,
Ember,
what a
Dash,
great,
give me
the
your
freak up.
topics.
what a great way to extend the show just
right.
because I'm here. I'm
Yeah.
I'm so honored.
You know what? Timber just needs to be a panel member at this point. I don't know why.
Yes, he needs. He needs.
Yeah.
He needs. That's a fact.
Yeah. He said Saudis be abandoning Porsches on the street. They're so full of money. All right. Well,
we're
on
good.
that note, we've all done our outros. Fabio, your outro, sir. Did you already do it?
Well, no, I haven't because the floor needs to be yours. But okay, no worries at all. I can talk a little bit about my outro. So you can find me on on Xbox as Buffalo User 8. You can find me as well as FPO Amorim 97 on Twitter. Is on the screen if you wanna know. And you can find me as well on not just here on the Games Hell Life podcast, especially when I am able to make it to the show because I wasn't expecting to be so short. But yeah, you can also find me sometimes, not always, on the XPN Network YouTube channel, making live streams or being panel member of something or just playing random shit. Yeah. Like Quake 2.
Oh God, you don't really know what your status is, do you? You're just a jack of all trades on the XPN network.
No, no. Actually, here's the thing. The funny thing is that like I decided that I work better on the XPN network as being a participant, like as a panel member or just being part of a live stream or suggesting stuff to on what we should do or how we or any games that we would like to make. But to edit videos, to be a host and that kind of stuff, I just have no talent at all. Yeah, I just can't. I just can't.
All right. Well, MacBound and USO Vinny, they've given their outros, and now you've gotten Fabio's, and here's mine. This is KY Bob. You can catch me on Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, the Xverse is what I'm going to call what Twitter has become. You can catch me on the Xverse is KY Bob. Here on the KY Bob YouTube channel every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock doing the Game Set Live podcast. Everybody have a good rest of your week. Have a good weekend. Game on. Jump in with some buddies and have some fun. Everybody take care. See y'all next week.
Later.
See ya.
We got,
See you later.
we got games now. Oh, yeah.